Hi Gemini, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings, which is actually the monthly readings this week, looking ahead at February, what is in store for you. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. It really does help out the channel, so thank you so much. Now this week, I've got a few decks here this week. So firstly, we have the Cosmic Messages Oracle for you. We have the Gilded Reverie Lenormand as our main deck this week. I also am using the Soul's Journey lesson cards. And the love deck that we have this week, we have the Sweet Love Tea Oracle. Okay, so going to check it all out for you, starting with a general sort of overview, some personal affirmation message for you for the month of February. Okay, Gemini. Gemini, what does Gemini need to know? The overview of February for our Geminis. February 2025 for Gemini. Someone is in need of your love. Offer it to them. Okay, so needing to share your love this month a little bit there, Gemini. You may find that there may be people around you this month that are in need a little bit here. Okay, so just needing that extra support, that extra little bit of that Gemini love, okay? Someone is in need of your love. Offer it to them. So if you do sort of feel like someone might just need a bit of, a bit of a hug and a reassurance from you, go right on ahead and offer that to them this month, Gemini. Even if that's you yourself, maybe you that's in need of your love. All right, so it's okay to love yourself as well. Gemini, what's going on for Gemini in February? Themes of February for our Gemini. So looking at the month, start, middle, and end. Gemini, what's going on for our Geminis? So it's looking straight away, looking like that that offering someone your love message is actually coming through in the beginning of the month here. We do have the service card starting the month off for you there. I feel good when I can help others. So definitely maybe needing to be of service to somebody this month in some way, shape or form. I am picking up that for some of you, this may actually be somebody that you're not necessarily close to. It could be, like, I'm picking up that for somebody there, it may just be like a client or something like that, a customer that I'm picking up on here, that they just need an extension of heart toward them in this space right now, and just offering them, treating them like a human is all this person needs. And, you can be of service to this person just by being yourself and just offering them your help, your nice gestures and kind smile, whatever that is for you. Let's see if we can clarify that for you. The beginning of February for our Geminis, why are we seeing the service energy for Gemini at the start of February? Okay, very interesting message here. We do have the fish coming through first, which is actually your card, Gemini. So we do see you at you're stirring things up with the stork coming through next. You're the one stirring things up in a very positive way, in a very sort of loving way. It's kind of like, I don't know, I'm just sort of feeling like it's you may be the only person that this person is reaching out to or showing some sort of vulnerability to. So, offering your acceptance toward them, it actually creates more abundance for you, because your card, the fish there, it is the card of abundance of, money as well. So stirring things up. For some of you, it may just be very physically representative of that money aspect as well. So it could just be, things like seeing that somebody around you is struggling with money, and just giving them a loaf of bread and some basic stuff, that you're just sort of being kind, basic human kindness. I feel, being of service to others, even if you're not offering money, you can still offer monetary value, that may actually be really useful to somebody, like offering to babysit somebody's kids. If they actually needed to hire an actual babysitter, that can get quite costly. So you're offering that monetary value, and basically saving this person money, or you're telling them, try this deal instead. You're coming up with ideas, especially here with the stork. That is the card of ideas. So maybe you're just helping them, find some ideas of how they can generate more money. And that's the service that you're offering to this person, that you're telling them, showing them that you love them, or that you have love within you. Even if you don't know this person, it's more about your love, just for, the world kind of energy, that you're showing your love just because that's you, that's part of you. And it's actually by being of service to somebody, by helping somebody out, offering somebody something here. And it may just be, as simple as offering them some ideas on how they can sort of make some positive changes with their financial situation, or, offering, like I said, a service, or something like that to this person. Offering them someone to talk to, when times are tough, empathizing, giving them something to, you know, to know that, the grass isn't necessarily greener on the other side. We have the bridge energy there as well. So it is kind of very supportive energy. The bridge energy is very supportive energy, and you really, you just offering your support, and your just general love to this person. It's enabling them to actually cross the bridges that they need to in their own personal life. Whether that's with money, or whatever it is for this person specifically. It's kind of you're guiding them across this bridge here, and showing them that, they're not going to fall off the bridge into this, giant chasm here. This is kind of really big energy though, and it's kind of I do get quite a lot of messages sometimes come through with this bridge energy, but it's kind of like you're bridging the gap, between, this person. Maybe they're just so stressed out that they can't even think of simple ideas, and here you come and you bridge that gap, between, logic, and then your heart as well, and you're just sort of pushing them in the right direction. And it's something that they just wouldn't have been able to do for themselves or by themselves, and you come along and you bridge that gap for this person, and you enable them, offer them that stable hand to, you're like the guardrail kind of thing, on the bridge there. So even if the bridge is really shaky and wobbly and scary because it's so high, you actually are helping this person cross that bridge for themselves. So it's some really positive energy for you yourself, which is lovely to see there. This month I'm just doing things a little bit differently, and we're just sort of going through the month, beginning, middle, and then end. So we'll have a look at the love cards coming out for the beginning of February for you as well. Gemini, what's going on for Gemini with love at the beginning of February? We have the unsure energy coming through, here, Gemini, that does talk about doubts, and needing time, questioning past actions and current decisions. So, there is something about this where, helping this person, you may question yourself. You may be a little bit unsure about actually offering too much of yourself to this person, because it's kind of that energy of you've been burnt before. Even if it's not actual, I do feel for a lot of you that, even before I drew those love cards, that they're not necessarily talking about romantic love for you this month, at the start of the month at least. Anyway, we're really focusing on whatever's going on with this service. So it does feel like much more of a platonic energy here, where you're, it's the love from you. The love belongs to you at the start of February here, and you may be sort of just questioning, if I go out of my way to actually help somebody and offer part of myself to this person, are they just going to, take advantage of me, betray me? You're unsure because you've had, people in the past that maybe have betrayed that trust and, not actually taken it the way that it was offered, which was just from love, not from, needing anything in return um, or anything like that. But I do feel the best thing for you to do is just work in the spirit of love, at the start of February here, and help people out. The more that you're helping people out, the more it's coming back to you, anyway, when it comes to giving you that piece of being able to love yourself a little bit more as well, that you know that you're doing the right thing. Okay, even if it does feel you're a little bit unsure about putting it out there and whatnot, you are doing the right thing. The universe will have your back here, and this is one of those things where, karma is one of those things that it does end up coming back around to you in one way, shape, or form. And you can probably even think there, in times when you've needed a bit of extra help and somebody has actually, reached out and helped you, and so now you're given the opportunity to do that for somebody else. We also have the first blush card coming through. Soft whispers of affection make love bloom. So gentle energy, like a tender kind of energy. So once again, some of you may be sort of just starting to, get a little bit cutesy with a new love interest, but for others of you, this is just referring once again to that same situation where it's, just speaking to this person like they're a human, and, offering them soft words of affection and encouragement. Affection doesn't, we offer platonic affection all the time, even without realizing. It's reassurance that, look, I respect that you're human and you deserve to be treated the way that everyone deserves to be treated, with love and compassion and empathy. So just reaching out and helping this person out really seems to be working out for you this month. The middle of the month here, Gemini, we do have acceptance. Okay, so we do take a bit of a spin during the month here. So that first energy seems to be very separate. It's just the most important thing happening for you at the start of February here. It's involving you, giving of yourself. Then in the middle of the month, we do see the acceptance energy coming through. I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. So straight away, there is just something coming through here where I feel like you're going to just be a little bit challenged by something this month, Gemini, that is beyond your control. You have no control over that. And it's just going to feel like, it is something that you're going to need to accept, that you have no control over this. I am feeling that for some of you, it does feel like a career thing. There is a very strong career and money influence on your February. So some of these things maybe, once again, like I said, that first thing, it may even be a customer or a client that you're offering that hand to. This is also has that energy there of potentially being something, happening at work that you don't actually have any control over. So it's feeling a bit rigid there too, like some sort of rule or regulation coming into play that is affecting you, and it's kind of like, oh, I really wish we could, change that. But let's have a look here. Clarify why we're seeing that third card for Gemini with the acceptance energy in the middle of February, please. Clarify that third card. Okay, so it definitely is something, we have the tower there. So the tower is very regimented and more, traditional rules, regulation, authority. So this definitely could be something happening that is some sort of authority, coming down on you, that, oh, we have to do things this way. Things have to be done this way. And it's just out of your control a little bit here. it's very structured. It feels like for a lot of you, it may have something to do with like, no, that task needs to be done alone. The tower, it's like there's a very set way. Like the tower, it's kind of a lot of the time it talks about the foundations of things, and like that we need to like have the building blocks all need to be in the right positions so that we can actually keep on building and build that tower strong and tall. And it's just something about those building blocks that they need to be put in certain orders, and you're just somewhere along the line but I want to put that block over here, that it would be so much better over here. And, like even if you are seeing that the structure might fall, you can't do anything about it. You're kind of restricted here by some sort of rule or regulation. And you're kind of like, but look, if two of us were able to, build this tower simultaneously, it wouldn't fall. We'd be able to strengthen it doubly. But they're like, oh no, the rule is the way we do it is this and that, and you're just a little bit restricted here. It does definitely seem to be work related. We also have the fox coming through here as well, Gemini, which is, it's kind of you wanting to be very independent and wanting to do things your own way. You're wanting to, maybe even be a little bit sneaky about doing things because, the fox can sometimes be a little bit sneaky. But, I do feel as though that may even be connected to the person who is restricting you as well for some of you, and needing to just accept that, look, this person is the boss, or this person is, let's do it their way. And, I might have to turn around and say, I told you so, but I have the intelligence to work this out and get it done one way or another. So if I have to stick to your silly rules, so be it, kind of thing. Like, so I do very strongly get the vibe of you kind of working alone here. The tower does talk about isolation, and the fox is independence. So, they both are very solo energies, very individual energy rather than teamwork type energy. And I feel like that's what you're fighting against, is that you're kind of seeing this would work better as a team. If we're all working together as a team, it would work so much better. But you're having to accept the fact that this is your sole responsibility. There's just something about that. So you're just doing whatever you need to do to get through and abide by the rules or whatever, and get it done. One way or another. We do see the die coming through as well, which normally does talk about, taking a bit of a chance. But I kind of feel like it's more so in this particular reading, it's more so about, just throwing the dice and seeing where they land, and just sort of, being ready to go, well, look, I did tell you that, look, I can already kind of tell that when we roll those dice, they're going to land on XYZ. But then the authority, the rules, the strict regulation authority stuff is telling you, no, you've got to roll it our way and it's fine. It's going to land on ABC. And then, okay, we'll do it your way. I just get it done because, I kind of have to do it this way. I'm just going to get it done. And then when those dice roll, bang, it lands on XYZ. And here you are, Gemini, going, I could have, I kind of really want to say I told you so. But, I feel as though you're like, look, clarifying that we've got the heart. So you're just like, look, trying to give the benefit of the doubt here and give this person the opportunity, if that's what you need to do to, I'm just going to accept it and accept that I can't change that. Like, it's kind of like you can't change this person's mind about being very rigid, very traditional, and you kind of know that the only way to change this person's mind is to just be like, look, I'm just going to support you, I'm going to love you and support you in this. I know I'm coming from a positive space, so that when these dice roll, rather than saying I told you so, this person kind of sees it for themselves anyway. And they kind of go, oh, damn, I should have listened to Gemini. And then I feel like from there on out, it's kind of like, oh, well, Gemini, you did say, maybe you should take point this time. And I feel as though it actually works out in your favor, as long as you do come at that with, it's rather than feeling like love, it's kind of feeling like empathy and not rubbing their nose in it kind of thing, coming from, look, you thought it was going to work, so we tried our best, but it didn't work. That's fine. Let's try it again. We can try it my way. That's fine. And you accepted it and did it. Just took it on board and moved along with things. And it works out better for you in the long run. I feel, seeing what we're looking at the end of the month there. Okay, we'll just pull out your love cards for the middle of Feb. Gemini, what does Gemini need to know in regard to love for the middle of February? For some of you, it may, if it's not a work thing, it may actually be with somebody that you do care about them. So you're kind of like, look, I'm not going to rock the boat. I'm just going to let them run point on this one. And, that they will see that I was right. But, they kind of need to see it for themselves. They kind of need to, F up themselves, make the mistake, so that then they can see that, oh, look, Gemini was right. I should have listened to Gemini in the first place. Ooh. Yeah, so we do have Enchanted Whisper coming through. Listen to your heart and take a chance on love, wonder, dreams, and promise. So yeah, once again, we can actually see that here, right there in that as well. Taking a chance on love. That's the same sort of thing there as well. Taking a chance on just your love for the people that you work with, your love for the job, your love for not rocking the boat a little bit here. But for some of you, it may be because it does involve somebody that you do care about here. And so you're taking a chance on the love rather than being right, if that kind of makes sense. That's the middle of Feb for you here. I do feel as though this is once again more connected to the career stuff. We have stay vigilant, set clear boundaries to ensure your well-being, aware, healthy, and control. So it kind of does feel as though with that fox there, especially too, where you're doing what needs to be done here, but you're also very vigilant of making sure that even though we're working within set parameters, where because there is boundaries here, but we're also being very vigilant about health and safety and things like that as well, that we are we're not, if something, for example, if something at work, someone says you got to do it this way, do not follow that rule if that is putting your own safety at risk. You need to stay vigilant about your own safety this month, especially at work. So I do feel as though there may be some security issues in the workplace, or some, I am picking up more along the lines of problems with some sort of machinery or equipment. So that's not going to be relevant for everybody, but I am picking that up for a couple of you there. So, staying vigilant with, equipment and making sure it's all properly maintained and that sort of stuff as well. So that maybe is what is out of your control, that you need to, make sure it's maintained and looked after as best you can. But at the end of the day, it's a piece of machinery. It's not under your control. If it's going to break, it's going to break. Like, maybe it's quite old and it's overdue a good fix or something, or like it needs to be replaced or something like that. And you're staying very vigilant. So if you are aware of something like that in your workplace, because I'm even getting like a coffee machine that it's just really old and it's like it needs to be replaced. And you've been trying to tell them, and I feel like this is what it is for someone here, that it's like you've been trying to tell them that this needs replacing. It's gonna hurt somebody, and lo and behold, look, they're refusing to do anything about it by the feel of that. And you're just staying very vigilant, and you're just being very careful about when you do need to use that item, that you're like, okay, well, if I need to use it, I know that it's dodgy. So I'm going to be like super careful, and I'm not going to leave my hand, anywhere that could get scalded by hot water. I'm going to step back and make sure I can't get splattered, or things like that. You're just being very security conscious around your own self here, and watching out for that particular stuff. I'm just kind of feeling like, especially like for some reason, it's an old coffee machine for someone there, which is a bit random, but okay. At the end of the month, we do have the abundance card coming through for you here, Gemini. So, ending the month on a high note. Here's that karma for the start of the month. Abundance coming back around your way, Gemini. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So, the end of the month, looking like it is going to actually, pay off for you in some kind of way. Clarify the end of February for our Geminis. Yeah, so we're seeing you softly, softly this month. I feel like this is kind of like a advice energy for for your month here, and how to reach the abundance, how to get that good karma this month. So we see softly, softly with the feminine energy coming through here. Coming from a place of love and empathy and understanding this month, compassion, nurturing energy this month, very feminine kind of energy for you this month is going to pay off for you. We do have the owls there, so you're being very wise this month, especially when you're having conversations. You're knowing when to step back and not to push those. Push those people when it's out of your control. But you're also staying very vigilant, which is where the wisdom comes in. You're not sitting back and not saying anything because it's out of your control. You're still saying it, but you're not. But when someone is putting that authority boundary around that, you're like, okay, cool. I understand. I'm going to do it your way, and you make it very clear that, look, I agree to, like, I feel differently, but I'm happy to do it your way. That kind of energy, like, because you're being very feminine energy this month. So it's very much like that, helping out others, and standing up for yourself in that sense of, I'm going to say my piece and say my opinion, but if you're not willing to take that on board, that's fine. That's fine. We're going to move on from that. And it's actually increasing a lot of friendship energy for you. We have the dog there. So being very loyal, compassionate, understanding, once again, it is going to increase bonds of friendship for you this month. There is going to be an abundance of loyalty being returned to you, compassion and understanding coming back around to you as well. Friendships being what's the word, being more dependable, like more, I'm getting like soldered onto you kind of thing, like maybe creating some new friends, and it's just sort of strengthening in that sense where it's like it's forming. It may have been a little bit tentative, and then this month it's really forming that solid bond of friendship. We do have the anchor as well, so things are going to be relatively safe and secure for you. We do find that that's very, very strong, dependable, stable energy for you, reliable energy for you, especially with any friendships. Being a friend to others first this month is highly recommended for you as well. What goes around comes around for you this month, Gemini, offering your hand to others, whether it be with friendship, with love, with work, whatever it is. It coming from a place of love and that soft energy. It's really going to come back around for you, and in the form of a lot of abundant energy. Whether abundance comes in a lot of forms, and it's going to be abundant. Understanding and compassion and loyalty towards you, friendship towards you, reliability of people and energy in your life. Okay, Gemini, love energy for Gemini at the end of February. Okay, so we do see distance coming through, challenges that create space between you, long haul, out of touch. Okay, so for those of you who are already in connections, there may just be like a little bit of distance between the two of you at the end of the month here. Maybe somebody traveling away, that sort of stuff coming through. But it's kind of like just emotional distance. I'm kind of getting. I am picking up strongly that majority of the people coming through here when it comes to romantic love are probably single, and it's kind of letting us know that, look, there still is a little bit of distance between yourself and that love that you're seeking. At the end of February here, there is still maybe a little bit of distance between you and that, because it's all about this key here, this unlocking happiness. This is being vulnerable and opening yourself up to that real love. So until you actually choose to open yourself up, because that's, taking a chance, being free and exposed. So until you open yourself up, love is going to stay at a bit of a distance. You need to actually, start offering more of yourself to others. And especially this month, it's kind of like a practice run, I feel, for a lot of you, offering that hand of friendship to others, offering, that to be of service to connect more strongly to others this month on a platonic level. It's kind of like a practice run so that you are sort of maybe willing to take a chance on love and opening yourself up to, potential love in the future. So I do feel as though, for some of you, it may just be talking about there has been some sort of distance. You have maybe distanced yourself from being open to the idea of love and those sorts of things. So moving forward, opening yourself up to love, and you will be able to unlock that happiness for yourself. Okay, so that's what we have for you, Gemini. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. I hope everyone has a really lovely February. Subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon.